These comments from the White House are disgraceful and disgusting, and the comments are racist. How shameful to hear him continue to defend those offensive words, words that we have all heard him repeat not only about our members, but about countless others. Our caucus will continue to forcefully respond to those attacks on our members, which reflect a fundamental disrespect for the beautiful diversity of America. There is no place anywhere for the president's words, which are not only divisive, but dangerous, and have legitimized and increased fear and hatred of new Americans and people of color. It's so sad because you would think that there would be a given that we would universally in this body just say, of course, of course. And there's no excuse for any response to those words but a swift and strong, unified condemnation. Every single member of this institution, Democratic and Republican, should join us in condemning the president's racist tweets. To do anything less would be a shocking rejection of our values and a shameful abdication of our oath of office to protect the American people. I urge a unanimous vote and yield back the balance of my
I was just going to give the General Speaker of the House if she would like to rephrase that comment.
I have cleared my remarks with the parliamentarian before I read them.
And take it. Can I ask the words be taken down? I make a point of order. The gentlewoman's words are unparliamentary and are ready to be taken down.
The chair will remind all members, please do not make comments toward personality-based comments. The gentleman from Georgia is recognized.
I made a point of order that the gentlewoman's unparliamentary and request they be taken down.
Is the gentleman making a demand that the words be taken down?
Go ahead. I request that the gentlewoman's words are unparliamentary and request that they be taken down.
Speaker. All members will suspend.
All members will suspend. The clerk will now report the words.
All right, let me just tell you what happened there. That all happened very quickly. I'm sorry I didn't introduce that to you properly. That is the House debate, as you can see on the bottom of your screen, about condemning the president's comments that he made both in his tweets and publicly yesterday about the 4 Democratic members of Congress. In her resolution, Nancy Pelosi called the president's comments disgraceful, disgusting, and racist. Disgraceful, disgusting, and racist. There are rules in the House about not characterizing people and personality traits. So a Republican member of Congress has now stood up to make a point of order before this resolution can go forward that Nancy Pelosi's comments were out of order, and he would like them taken out of the record, and that would mean that they wouldn't be able to vote on it. So that's what we're watching right now. There's some jostling going on inside Congress about the language that has been used by Nancy Pelosi in her condemnation of President Trump's comments as being disgraceful, disgusting, and racist. So we're going to continue to follow that. We're not going to watch it live. We will tell you what's going on as it develops, as if the roll gets called and that vote begins. But that is this is a procedural motion, and that's where we are right now. I want to get back to the conversation we started having about Kamala Harris and her prescription drug plan. NBC News political reporter Shaquille Brewster is with the Harris campaign in Iowa, where she is currently addressing a minority women's roundtable. She's soon going to appear at the AARP Des Moines Register Presidential Candidate Forum. Shaquille, prescription drugs. The plan was released ahead of today's appearance. She hasn't talked about this issue for some time. Well, she has been talking about this issue for some time now. What do you make of it?
Yeah, and Senator Harris will have 25 minutes to take questions and present this plan to the AARP forum. And she did preview this plan a little bit over the weekend, saying that she believes that these big pharmaceutical companies, they are focused on profits and not people. So she's calling her plan People Over Profits. And she's going to be focused on a lot of, you kind of detailed the core tenets of the plan, but part of it is executive action, which if you focus on her campaign and you pay attention to her campaign, you'll see just like her immigration reform plan, just like her gun control plan, she lays out a deadline for Congress. She says if Congress doesn't pass within 100 days a plan to address this issue, she would take executive actions. And in this case, she would lean on her record as Attorney General, as she was in California, and investigate these companies, investigate the prices, and if there is no change, potentially allow the importation of drugs, lower cost drugs, into the United States. And Ali, you know, this week we've been seeing a big focus on health care among the 2020 candidates. Vice President Biden announced his plan yesterday. Bernie Sanders will be defending Medicare for all tomorrow, and today you have Senator Harris focused on prescription drugs.
All right, we're going to keep a close eye on that. Shaquille Brewster is on the trail with Senator Kamala Harris in Iowa. A new rule from the Justice Department goes into effect today that essentially ends asylum protections for Central American migrants. The rule requires migrants to seek asylum from any country they come.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.